here is the theme of the adab itself, as I said it, that first of all, the main concept is that there is a guideline, there are guidelines that have been put for food as well as any other things, So we take it from that, this is something that has to be followed and is being put also for our benefit, and nothing came in Islam that is not for our benefit. Everything we benefit from it, So this is number one in the issue of the food. So the second principle that you go to it is the principle of the bounty and responsibility of the food. The food is a bounty. The food is a favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as well as it is a responsibility. Okay. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us so much of bounties, يا أيها الذين آمنوا كلوا مما من طيبات ما رزقناكم واشكروا لله إن كنتم إياه تعبدون in Surah Al-Baqarah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this chapter Surah Al-Baqarah, I believe verse number 57 if I'm not mistaken, that you believe you have to eat from the good that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has availed for you, and then you have to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if you really want to worship, So there is so much of ayat, كُلُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاكُمْ كُلُوا it is repeated, eat from what they have given to you, or eat from the good that we have given you. In several ayat, you look at Al-A'raf, in Al-Nahl, in different verses, in different verses, in different surah. So here there is a favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The food that we get, the drink that we have every day is a favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the first part of the second principle. But with the favor comes a responsibility also. With the favor comes a responsibility, that the food that we take is also a responsibility. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, وَلَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ يومئذ تسألنا عن this na'im that you have it is a responsibility. The Shaykh says, when Shaykh says, اللقمة لقمتان, the chop of the food, the piece of the food that you take are two types. One لك واحدة لك وواحدة عليك. One is for you, a credit for you, and one is against you. He said, the one that you take for yourself and you are thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or you give it to a member of your family. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that حتى اللقمة تضعها في فيه زوجتك فهي لك صدقة, that even the food, the piece of food that you put in the mouth of your wife is a sadaqah for you. Or as the Shaykh is saying, أو تعطيها لإنسان أو حيوان فهي لك. If you eat it, if you give it to a member of your family, if you give it to a human being or even an animal, it is a credit for you. Okay. وتلك التي تلقيها فهي عليك. He said, the one that you throw away, the one that you put in the trash, the one that you don't use, and you did not give it to someone who is in need of it, is a liability for you. You will be asked about it. And then here comes the issue, وَلَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ. The su'al, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us in this ayah that you will be asked about this na'im, about these favors, about these bounties that on the day of judgment. The one that you've been given, you'll be asked about it. Have you thanked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you should appreciation for it? And the one that actually you misuse, also you will be asked, why did you misuse it? And then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam one evening went out in the streets in Medina. Then he found Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu and Umar radiallahu anhu walking on the street. And it's rather late, for them they should have gone to bed by that time. And he said, ماذا أخرجكما? قال ما أخرجنا إلا الجوع. He said, what made you come out from your homes at this time? They said, hunger. You are hungry. He said, ما أخرجني إلا الذي أخرجكم. He said, the one that brought me out in the street is the same reason that brought you out. So I'm hungry. So Rasulullah said. So they went to a house of a member of the Ansar community. Then they asked his wife. She said he went out to get some water for us. So the man came and he was so pleased. He said, this is like a Eid day for me to be visited by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam such a time, you know. So he said, I'm gonna slaughter an animal for you. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam قال إياك والحلوب. So don't slaughter the one that you use it for the milk for your children and things like that. So anyway, the man prepared the food and they ate and things like that, you know. And then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam looked at the food and he said, وَلَا تُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ. You will be asked about this na'im, you know. And actually he started to repeat it to the Sahaba, and the Sahaba, they said it, you know. When the Sahaba told him, what na'im that you have? إن هما يا رسول الله إلا الأسودان التمر والماء وسيوفنا على أعناقنا والعدو ينتظر. They said, what kind of na'im that we do have? We don't have any amenities of life. We have only al-aswadan, the two blacks, the water and the dates. And all the time we have our swords. We're ready for the enemy. The enemy is waiting for us. فالرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم قال هو كذلك وكذلك سيكون. Still you're going to be asked about the na'im, you know. And there is so much of a hadith. I don't want to take too much of your time, but here it is a responsibility that we have to be careful about it, you know. Even every grain of rice that we throw in the trash, we are responsible for it. Every piece of wheat that we throw in the trash, we are responsible for it, you know. And that will lead me to the next principle. We hear the principle of there is no extravagance in Islam. عدم الإسراف. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-A'raf in verse number 56 says, يا أيها الذين آمنوا خذوا زينتكم عند كل مسجد وكلوا واشربوا ولا تسرفوا. Oh, you believe? Put your zina, put your best of stuff when you come to the masjid, and eat and drink, but don't do it in excessive way. Don't do it in extravagant way, you know, because that's also a responsibility for you, you know. So you have to do it in a way that is reasonable. You know, you don't have to take more than what you need. You know, when you put the food in the plate, you put the food that you really need to eat. Don't put too much food while you don't need it, you know. And eat until the end of the plate. يقول أنس رضي الله عنه يقول أمرنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم جزاك الله خير بأن نسكت القصعة. أمرنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بأن نسكت القصعة. رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم has ordered us to clean the dish. يعني we don't leave food behind. So we take enough, the food that's only enough for our stomach. And then we should not leave any food behind. نسبة القصعة, that means we keep it just like, we leave it just like clean, you know. ولذلك الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم in this regard يقول نحن قوم لا نأكل حتى نجوع وإذا أكلنا لا نشبع. He said, we are people that we don't eat until we feel there is a need for us to eat. And then when we eat, we don't fall